It all started with Cyborg, and somehow turned into one of my biggest and most dynamic scroll saw projects. Except for Aquaman, he didn't make the cut. Let's put it together.
We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive.
Okay, so here I'm doing some small adjustments to the portraits. Some of the faces weren't lining up quite right. I think Green Lantern's chin was trying to photobomb Batman or something, yeah, so I made a few quick fixes just to get everything looking right. Then it was time to sand down the portraits, kind of like a spa day for MDF, but with way more sawdust instead of soap or whatever it is people use. Just making sure they look fresh before going on display. Then it's time for some oiling. Oiling is basically makeup for wood, a little Danish oil, and suddenly they're looking sharper than ever. Cracked open a new box of paint for this one. Felt like opening a loot box, just less exciting and more black. Now it's time to glue all the pieces in place. Kinda felt like solving a superhero jigsaw puzzle. But here's the twist. I actually planned this out really well. So there was no way to mess it up. You see? Sometimes I do things right. So this is actually the third big superhero portrait I've done. The first was the Avenger, then the X-Men, and now the Justice League. People always ask me, are you Marvel or DC? And honestly, I don't care. I like all of them. Life's too short to argue which superheroes are better. I grew up with these characters. Batman was my first, the old cartoons, but also that weird outdated 80s TV show. I kinda still want that box set actually. Superman had a show on TV when I was a kid too. I was obsessed with it for a while. Wonder Woman I mostly know from Superman comics, I think. Flash, Green Lantern, and Cyborg, they came later for me. To me, they're modern superheroes. So, it doesn't matter to me what logo is on their chest. I think it's all cool, so... So as you can see, it looks done, but there's still a lot left to do. The logo still needs to be glued on. I went for a slightly bigger one this time, and honestly, I think that was a great choice. I also really love how dynamic the characters turned out. You can definitely see that I'm improving as a scroll saw artist, and that feels pretty awesome. Only a few characters left to glue on now. I exclusively make portraits on my channel. Even though scroll saw portraits aren't the easiest thing to sell, they're what I love to make. I used to make clocks, and sure, they look great, but they took forever and I just didn't feel passionate about them. I've always been drawn to that simple stencil style look. It's clean, bold, and just works. Kinda like my tattoos, actually. Nothing fancy, just honest and straight to the point. If you're going to stick with something long term, you might as well do what you love. For me, that's portraits.
In the neon of the night, we are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. Break the chains, reclaim the night in the heart of this machine. Feel the power, feel the fight in this world of cold and need. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence.
Time to glue the frame in place. It's not just for looks, this thing is dangerously heavy. If it ever falls, I'm blaming Aquaman. He's probably jealous anyway that he's not in the picture. There they are, the full squad finally together. No, don't bring up Aquaman. It took weeks of live streams, literally just a few minutes of sanding and more sawdust than I care to admit. But I think it was totally worth it. What do you guys think?